Welcome once again to another To God Be the Glory broadcast. We're here today and we had an exceptional broadcast this morning, just an anointed time. And we just thank God for our guests.
I remember your name. I just remember Linwood Heath. It's a good name in the community. It's a good name in gospel. And
we're here with Miss Lisa Du Bois. We're at the CLC bookstore, and she's doing a book signing for this book right here. You want to get it. It's called My Men, Myself, and My God.
So that tool in me, I will use it as much as I can for Mixson in the morning.
And this is a fantastic program you have, and I thank God that we met on Facebook, I think.
Amen.
And I was able to see a clip of your program, and I was really impressed. Then listening to it with all the information that you do within 25 minutes, it has to be God. I'm truly amazed, and I've been around a long time.
Thank you for the opportunity to be with Mixson in the morning. It was quite enjoyable. I hope that something that I has said today was pleasing in the Lord's sight, and that is served to edify Him and to build the kingdom of Christ on this earth.
Time and singing that you've had so far.
Definitely getting cast on this new show.
Okay.
Edges and Minors. And the other thing, one of my biggest achievements was singing, I think 2 million people.
Before 2 million people, wow.
For Barack Obama. And I sang the national anthem when he came to Philadelphia.
Wow.
In the U.S. Open.
We can no longer be content with 16% of the entire voting population coming out to vote. We need everyone to be engaged in this process.
My father was a pastor. He started the first Korean American church in Philadelphia in 1953.
Wow.
And, you know, when I grew up, I actually didn't want to be a lawyer to become rich or smart, to help people.
Yeah. You need one another. You know, and the key here is that once you understand that you need your neighbor out there, people, don't ever forget the neighbor is one of the most important things that you could ever have. Christ said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Those are words that are very important, but you can't.
It's been a pleasure and a blessing being here today to experience our guests and the wisdom of the words. And you know, I don't know if you noticed, but Sister Angie was signing.
Glad to be here today with Mixson and his team. It's nice to meet everyone. And I just had a blessed day. That's all I got to say.
That will bless your soul. I have Pastor here, Pastor Joseph J. Thomas.
I want to thank the Lord for the opportunity of being in fellowship with you, and also finding out about the program. And certainly we want to do all we can do to assist and with your work that you are doing and you're going to achieve. And one of the things that are very vital is to keep in mind that, as the Word of God tells us in Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 22, it simply means that the blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and He adds no sorrow with it.
As a former, actually retired educator, realized after teaching children of all nationalities that race is not important at all, and that many of my students didn't understand it until some older adults taught them to discriminate or to pay attention to race. And I thank you for your word today.
And to all the fathers, Manny, happy Father's Day. Hadji, you a father? You sure? I was on your block. I see some kid. I said, what's your name? He said, that's what we do in the kingdom. This is the hero that moved Sister Ossie a couple weeks ago. Amen. Amen. Sister Ossie had so much stuff in her apartment that professional movers reneged on taking that stuff out of her house. I mean, professional people. They said, nah, Sister Ossie, we can't do it. I mean, people trained at moving stuff. Sister Hadji came back with an awesome 411 and said that Mr. Sims was her hero. And he's a blind man, by the way. Excellent. Listen, when you get like, I know you're a big shot now, but I want to play your dad like Will Prince. Will with the Fresh Prince. I want to play your dad on the next TV series, all right? You going to remember the fat guy on the radio? Michael said he going to remember me. I'm going to play his dad. We're going to be like, you know, new Fresh Prince 2, Sister Ossie, Fresh Prince 2. You know what I mean? Yeah. By the way.
While checking for comments by the media, I heard a radio personality say, "Happy birthday, boo." Well, I have to say, I did not think that comment was an appropriate birthday salute for the President of the United States.
And we thank God for you coming and gracing our studios today. And listen, if you become president or something like later on, because you never know. You never know. Listen, could you invite me to some of them presidential parties?
Absolutely.
Because when Clinton was there, he had Stevie Wonder, he had Patti LaBelle. And I want to go to one of them presidential parties because I want to like sit next to Stevie Wonder. I think I'm going to do a program on all exes. I'm going to get all my exes together and do a show. What do you think, Pastor Monte? Can we do that? I mean,
you stump me when you put so much out there.
I'm going to get all my exes together. I'm going to call it the X-Man show or something. The X show. Amen. But listen, if I do that, Sister Isaac gonna have to buy a lot of tissues and a lot of napkins because there's gonna be a lot of weeping and crying. You know, there's gonna be a lot of weeping and crying and all that. You know, but anyway, we went to Bible school and we kind of sat next to each other. Amen.
Amen.
And I'm gonna tell you, everybody wants to know this question. I'm gonna let you talk. They want to know when you was answering all those questions. Pastor Ruffin would ask a question, and Sister Annie Alvin have her hand up. And she would get all the Bible answers right. The audience want to know, did you know all them answers, or was you looking on my paper? And I was telling you last week that Pastor drives a Cadillac, and I drive a Pontiac, because what God assigned me to, and where He assigned me at, I need a Pontiac. But you have to be where God called you to be. Amen. Pastor Trevor, how long have you been ministering?
I've been in the ministry in many ways for a long while.
For a long while?
God sent not His Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through Him might be saved. Jesus came down not to condemn us, but He came down to save us.
The things that I have, the things that we possess, belongs to the Lord. Amen. When they said they gave everything to the apostle at the apostles' feet, they distributed the things to everyone that joined the church, so everybody had what they need. And that's how we have to do. We're talking about Christianity and going to church, and we riding past people that need a ride. Amen, somebody. It's time for us to stop talking church and doing church. Today is a day of salvation. And if you ask the Lord to come into your heart today, He'll come in. You don't even have to wait to get the church to get saved. Jesus went to Zacchaeus' house at a spur of a moment. We don't know when He's coming, y'all.
Can I say something else?
Yeah, sure.
This is the greatest radio show in the world.
Lord, open our eyes. It's time for worship. Let's get our praise on. Let's get our praise. Give Him some glory. And tell the story that Jesus Christ, He's Lord. Lord, open our eyes.
Father, open our eyes.
Yes, 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 yes.
That we may
follow